Welcome to another episode of Good Cooking, and today I'm going to show you how I make chicken parm. So before you make your cutlets, what you're going to do is you're going to make your sauce. That's what I like to do because I want it to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes and absorb all of those nice flavors. You're going to take some San Marzano peeled tomatoes, you're going to crush those with your hands in a bowl. You're going to take a little minced onion, a little minced garlic, you're going to throw it in your frying pan with a little olive oil. Maybe about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Just don't burn the hell out of it is what I'm saying, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour your tomatoes right into the pan. Little salt, little pepper, little oregano, and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. Give a little taste, see if you like it. Maybe you need more salt, maybe a little more this, maybe a little less that. Who knows? I'm not telling you what to do, but you gotta get a nice feel for it. Then once you're done with that, we're gonna make your cutlets. All right, so Ben, let's prepare our breadcrumbs. All right, so I got a little Locatelli cheese, I got a little fresh parsley, salt, pepper, garlic powder. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a little salt, a little pepper. I'm using Italian breadcrumbs, but I gotta tell you something. I like to add a little more. It's never enough for me, all right? I want flavor, okay? And I want it to be nice. A little parsley. I like to add a little garlic powder. Break up some of these little, these are the best, by the way. By the way, when you get one of these, this is what you do. Come on. Locatelli, a little Pecorino Romano. Get it all incorporated. By the way, you know, I love chicken cutlets because these are like, I feel like when East Coast Italian people travel, they grab their passport and their cutlets. I think that's what they do. Because like I got friends like Sally and Anthony, shout out to Sally and Anthony, Matthew and Maureen. They bring cutlets to the beach, Matt. Okay? You'd have no idea how important these are on the East Coast. People will be more concerned about their cutlets than their kids on certain days of the week.
You guys treat cutlets like my people treat Cliff Bars.
Correct.
You bring them when you need them, just in case you need a cutlet.
Exactly. That would be absolutely amazing. A collision of the worlds. Actually, this is kind of what this is already.
Yeah.
But you're breaking out. Your whole crew's breaking out the Cliff Bars and the rice cakes and whatever else they're eating on their trail and their little nuts and trail mix. And we're like, anybody want a cutlet? What's going on? Let's get it all mixed up.
I feel like the key to chicken parm is the breading.
Yes. It's such a key component. So make sure you season your breadcrumbs nice. You don't want to chintz out on that, okay? Because that's where a lot of your flavor is going to come from. Because once you have that sauce on there, and then you get the fresh mozzarella that melts on top of it, and then you cut into that nice crispy cutlet. Eee, baby, oh boy. All right, so I like to taste it. Hang on, hold your pants there. You gotta taste everything as you're going along. That's the key. That's how you know somebody's gonna make a nice meal for you. If they taste as they're going along. You go over the house, listen. If they got that spoon on the side of the stove, then you know they triple, quadruple, 10 times dipped in that sauce, you're getting a good meal. Don't worry about anything, you'll survive. Fantastic. Now listen to me, you gotta add the Locatelli. To me, it's a key piece of this, but if you're adding that, don't do too much salt because you're gonna get a lot of that salt coming off that Locatelli, so be careful. That's why I tell you taste it as you're going along. Now you're gonna get your egg. I got about 3 eggs here. You whisk them together and you're ready to do your cutlets. Oh, and availing, look at this, Ben. Hello. Shout out to Huntington Meats as always.
There needs to be an OnlyFans just for beautiful cutlets.
All right, let's start it. Let's film it again. Do you see how beautiful and thin those are? Pound it out, okay? And then what you're gonna do is we're going right into our egg. You ready, Ben? I like to use my hands. And then once you get it like that, let that egg drip off a little bit. You don't need to be dragging that all into your breadcrumbs. Not, it's still gonna get in there, obviously, but let it drip off a little bit. And after you take it out of the egg, you're just gonna coat it right in your breadcrumbs. So you just do it like that, pack it in real nice. Use your hands, get a little dirty. What do you got? Look at that, Ben. Let's flip it over. Oh, how you doing? Now, there's people who use flour. I just don't want to use flour, okay? My grandmother used to make these growing up, right in the egg, right in these delicious breadcrumbs. Now we're gonna pick it up, shake it off a little bit. Now you're just gonna put it right on your dish, your platter, and you're gonna repeat the process for your next cutlet. Be gentle too, okay? You don't have to manhandle these like a maniac.
Could you say chicken parm is the Tom Brady of Italian dishes?
100%.
Right?
I mean Italian-American, because I know there's a lot of Italians out there that are like, this is not Italian. Relax. I'm getting tired of that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, okay? I know, I get it. I know what goes on in Italy. I understand, I get it. But you know what? the Italian Americans have made some absolutely fantastic strides. No, come on, Ben, you got to admit.
You're not right.
I mean, this is not taking away from the motherland, okay?
Right.
So everybody relax. It really, I'm being serious when I say this. Italian Americans have made some beautiful food.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's not traditional.
Food,
Yeah.
fashion.
Well, I don't know if the Italian Americans have done that. We're gonna leave that one
Okay,
off.
food, big band music.
Big band. Oh, we're just talking about Americans at this.
We're talking Italian. Okay, food,
Okay. That's
crooners.
it. Right. Sinatra.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dean Martin.
Right. Dean Martin. Come on now.
And then racketeering. Those are the big
Hey.
three. Those are the big three of America.
Yeah, it's in the motherland though too.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
it's at. So. It's also, it's just so common, but I will tell you that there are a lot of places that don't make it nice. And I think that's where it gets a bad rap. And I don't like that because it is delicious, but you know, you're getting it at the very commercial places and the sauce, no one cared about
Yeah.
it. But when you get it nice, oh my God.
Well, it really is a victim of its own success.
Yes.
It's so good
Yep.
that it gets a bad rap.
Just like everything else in this world.
Exactly.
When you get too big, they want to tear you down.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
maybe it's not the Brady. It's the O.J. Simpson.
Oh, I don't know about that.
We'll go Brady. Brady's
Wait,
fine.
I think we should stay with Brady.
Brady's fine. Brady's
Okay.
fine.
We're ready.
We're gonna put it.
That looks like Jersey. So once you got your cutlets breaded up, it's time to fry them. I use olive oil. You can use vegetable oil. There's plenty of people who do. I like olive oil. You're gonna throw them in the pan. You're gonna get them just golden brown on each side. And once they're done, you take them out and we're ready to make our chicken parm. So now we got the chicken cutlets done. As you can see how beautiful these are. We got our broiler on medium. You know how your broiler works at home. So if you gotta go a little hotter, a little cooler, whatever it is, but I got it on medium, and let's start putting this together. So what we're gonna do is take some nice spoons here of the sauce. So as you can see, you just coated that like that. Maybe you wanna add a dollop more. Why not? What's the big deal? You got them all sauced up. We're gonna do a nice little sprinkle of Locatelli, just like that. Oh yeah, lactose intolerance, gonna be a problem. Now I have my fresh mozzarella, which I have cut up very thin. Look at that, see that, Ben? Isn't that nice? It's for you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna have one with you.
Yeah?
Isn't that nice? Now you put as little or as much cheese as you want. You know, people use other types of cheese. I like just a classic mozzarella cheese. Now we're going in the broiler. I suggest when you put it in your broiler to keep your eye on the ball. Otherwise, you're gonna burn it to death. I like to get the cheese a little bit well done. So let's see what we can do. Why go out and get this dish when you can make it at home? Even better. You don't gotta leave, you keep your ball game on, you're hanging out, you have a nice glass of wine, and it's going to be delicious, and you're not gonna add in all that other junk that some of these other places are throwing in. God only knows what they're putting in this stuff, okay? You're making it with fresh ingredients and your way. If you want this recipe, as always, it's in the description below. And from our house to yours, bon appetit. Now let me ask you this. You've had veal parmesan here.
Yes.
You've had chicken marsala. What are you going out of the three? A veal parmesan, a chicken parmesan, or a chicken or a veal marsala?
I think I go veal marsala, veal parm,
Wow.
chicken marsala, chicken parm.
You know how happy I am that you enjoy veal like that?
I love veal.
Good.
It's great.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
More
there's
veal
something
dishes.
special about it.
That's why you're always like, veal? Should we shoot another veal? And you're like, does veal with American cheese go? I'm like, how about a veal grilled cheese? No wonder I...
I know we're thinking of ideas. Maybe like, I don't know, crazy veal?
Veal?